He threw that patch on, make it look like he was in a club, but he was never in a club.
They want to be able to tack like 15 felonies upon jaywalking across the street. This outlaw motorcycle member was, and it doesn't matter what they stack on you.
Because they're a friend or they know somebody and they start hanging them around and making them official hang around. Next thing you know, they're prospecting. Before you know it, they got a patch. And I'm going, you've never been in a club.
His dad was a bandito. He borrowed $100 from the club. It might have been 1,000. I don't know. But his own son was 86.
I think it was from that point on, I was like, one day, I'm going to be one of those guys.
And he said, if you don't get on a stand, you're going to lose. You're going to jail. I said, I can't take the stand.
Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got special guests joining me today. I got Popcorn and Repo.
Hey,
What's going on?
Former Pagan MC member and a former Hell's Angel member. We're going to discuss this altercation that happened out in New Jersey. So what's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Not much. How you doing?
Nice.
What's up, my brother Popcorn?
Hey, what's up, brother? Repo.
Hey.
Nice hoodie, man.
Oh, yeah, the Pee-wee hoodie, man. Popcorn, I could probably get you one of them,
Yeah, I need to get me some Pee-wee gear for sure, man. Support him for sure.
I got a little pun for you. It's hanging on the hanger right near that bridge. That was an inside joke between us.
Hey, Dust, what's up, man? Thanks for getting a membership. I appreciate you. Lindsay, how are you? Daniel, what's going on? Hippie's Chopper Corner, how are you? What's up, Repo?
Yo, Hippie!
Can't stay
what's
long.
Up, hippie?
What's up, bro? I know me staying sober, Armstrong. Hell yeah. Shout out to you and your sobriety, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for getting a membership, Big Gus. I appreciate you. We got a lot of content. We're going to be talking about this insane fight that happened. I wouldn't even call it a fight. What would you guys call it?
I mean,
I wouldn't call it a fight.
Scrimmage?
Yeah.
Yeah, about that. If that.
I don't know.
We're
there's kind of a saying, less talking, more socking.
Yeah, but I think it's a really bad look for motorcycle clubs in general for them to be caught on video doing things like this.
Oh, you got to understand how many eyes are on you at all times in the public. You know what I mean? You end up on a video like that. You know what I mean?
It's not good.
Oh, yeah. No, along with that, when we had oppositions, if you were, say, a general citizen happened to film you, walking past somebody or turning the other way, that citizen might have known somebody that knew somebody. That video got to the rest of the charter. Hey, why did you do this? And you didn't act, and you didn't, I don't know about now, but back in my day, you were getting beat down or thrown out.
What, just for getting caught on video?
For getting caught on video, not doing anything. If you were standing in front of that opposition, but these two guys that we're going to get into, they just, jumped off on this one individual, two of them.
Or on the flip side, Repo, how about when somebody makes the decision for the whole nation? You know what I mean? You're going to do this.
Oh, yeah.
Now everybody has to ride that repercussion. You know what I'm saying? It might be you disrespecting somebody in Philly and the touchdown don't happen until California.
Yeah.
So
that does happen.
You're wearing something that represents everything but yourself. In all reality, your patch is to represent the people that you're with, not even yourself, honestly. So if you're going to represent everybody at once with your actions, you kind of should put a little forethought into it, right?
Yeah.
Man, those street dudes embarrassed me, and I wasn't involved. y'all talking
Oh
about
yeah,
281 dudes in the pagan. That's exactly what we're talking about. And we're going to show you guys
That's
right
right.
now what we're talking about. But this is a little bit of an edited version. It's watered down for YouTube, just so bear with me. And I got some screenshots from it, so we're going to take a look at it right now. And see that dude's got a weapon in his hand. Like, what's up with that? Is that? I mean,
Yeah.
the dude's carrying a weapon.
I tell you, Bill, as we had spoke previously, I had a guy, enhance that, and it looked like it was the classic HA ball-peen hammer the dude was carrying. And clearly, you can find this video on other outlets on the internet and see, and just telling you from being in previous altercations, I know what that slap sound is. That's that hammer hitting somebody. I've heard it where somebody tripped on one a couple of times, and it makes that sound.
You
Yeah.
see it in his hand right there.
Yeah.
See it?
Yeah. The guy. Yeah.
Yep. And the funny thing is, I mean, this dude, for that resonation of that hammer hitting that pagan, he slapped him hard, and this dude didn't bat an eye.
Well, it looked to me like he was trying to leave, and they was persistent on not letting that happen. So in my opinion, as far as like public displays of violence and assault, I got a lot of respect for women and children. You know what I mean? A lot of respect for women and children. If I was there, no pagan Hell's Angel in the fight, just seeing somebody do that extreme level of violence in the public, I would probably have took it into my hands. You guys could have took this shit out back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry for the language, but
keep it off the street,
center, man. That's a shopping center, and if you're gonna violate some child's memory with that type of visualization, you're a dirtbag, man. You know what I mean? Anybody with a real set between their knees has enough respect to say, "Hey, why don't we take this somewhere?" You don't do that like that.
Yeah.
You do not do like that. That pagan looked like he had no decision. You know what I mean? At that point,
he did, in my eyes either,
because you don't know what the other guy's going to do to you, right?
Exactly.
That was unjustified and uncalled for. And that's what I was always talking about on the other podcast with, like, the disrespect that's coming into the biker culture. Who said that was okay to do?
They take it upon themselves, man. And those two guys.
Who said that was okay to do? I've been in multiple altercations where I had to take a little reserve, pump the brakes, and leave mom's house, leave your aunt's house, leave the shopping center, leave whatever you was doing, because you're not going to break everybody's shit up. You're not gonna destroy the area. You know what's gonna happen. It's bulls going at it. So if you're gonna do that, have a little reserve. If you're really not scared, if you're really with that kind of life, you can take 5 minutes to go somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I got some stories to tell about the same type of deal in public. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we can elaborate on that in a little bit, but
I seriously, I think this video kind of falls back to when Hellboy attacked that HA supporter, member, whatever the guy was, in a gas station with a bat.
Yeah.
They want to resonate. They want to resonate this. But at the same time, these two guys, I'll bet you they got new little political patches they're wearing for, like, attacking this pagan on his fucking friggin' motorcycle in the middle of a busy shopping center. They probably got patted on their back by the other members for this BS.
Yeah.
And that's wrong,
No, It is, man.
You know,
I'm gonna
they
keep
got
it real with you, Repo. I've been given TCB patches that I've given back.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If I wore a few of them that I felt, you know, honored to wear, but there was a few that I handed back. You know, like
Yep.
it was a cheerleader watered down opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like every
Yep.
time you cough, you don't need an award. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I've seen in HA, man, dudes covered with this and that, and
Right.
what is all of that, man? To me, you know, you catch a case and they happen to get your cut, and
Yeah.
they got your cut in the courtroom showing them jurors, and they're gonna make up their own mind on what each one of them mean. If it don't mean nothing, they're gonna
Right.
say it means
100%.
something
100%.
because they want that juror to be in fear. And now you've put the public that has no knowledge of what goes on between outlaw motorcycle clubs, 1% clubs, in grave fear in a parking lot. And depending on the situation, this could have turned to bullets. There could have been bodies laying there.
Oh,
That hammer could have hit that guy wrong. You know,
if
whatever.
there's two guys
Somebody could be
approaching
dead.
you, you know what I mean? It's usually a situation where somebody is justified to equal the playing field. You know
Yep.
what I mean? So
Hey,
I don't know. I
and
don't see it going that way. I don't see it going that way
nah,
if it was one
nah.
guy that seen that pagan. You know what I mean? It
Nope.
looked like they was feeding off each other's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, by chance, if that pagan ever watches this video, you could reach out to me, man. I'll buy you lunch because you one badass son of a bitch for not backing down from the two of them. I'll buy you lunch.
Yeah, but so then you got law enforcement, right? Law enforcement wants to
Yep.
label these clubs a gang. And you got this on video, but then you go on their website and they have pictures like this.
Yeah.
Or stickers like this. We're here for violence.
Yeah.
Like, is that a good look? Like,
Yep. Yeah.
It is for somebody who ain't never been tough a day in their life until they wore a cut.
I mean, is this the type of
Right.
reputation you want people to see? Oh, I got a baseball bat.
But
Like,
this, you know, that to me, that looked like a supporter shirt, okay? But the guy's holding the bat. He's putting this out there. And supporters, they could be a positive or they could be a negative. And that's a negative in my eyes. That's a stupid son of a bitch that gets the club in trouble because he's walking around as a wannabe. And he's going to go out there and pretend that he's a patched member and push people around because he's wearing an 81 support shirt.
look,
Stay in your lane.
give it a chance. Like,
Yeah.
Is that the type of reputation that they're looking for?
Well, you know, there's a case in point going back to my time in the club. We had a dude that set off and stabbed up a pagan support club T-shirt wearing person that had no knowledge of clubs. Somebody went to a party. They were a support club for the pagans. And that guy gave the T-shirt he bought to a citizen. And that citizen happened to have it on. And one of the guys where I was saw him at this bar out in Western PA where he lived and tried to muscle a guy. And the guy didn't know what the hell was going on. And he told him, take it off, turn it inside out. And the guy was like, no, it's just a T-shirt. And he wound up stabbing the guy over a support club's T-shirt from a party of their support club. And then retroact, a year later, you had the two pagans that killed the guy in the bar parking lot in North Jersey wearing a HA Support Club T-shirt. And that guy was given the T-shirt, didn't even own a motorcycle, had a couple small kids. He's dead just because he wore a T-shirt. And then it came down to like, no old ladies wearing support shirts. Your family don't wear them.
Wow. I got a picture of me at a casino out here sitting at the Keno machine in my cut next to a guy wearing an 81 support hat. You know what I mean? We just snapped a picture
Yeah.
for fun. But I did talk to him. I said, "Hey man, how's it going? I'll trade you hats." You know what I'm saying? And he stood fast. He said, "No, thank you." Got up and walked away. You know what I'm saying? But that's about as far as it should go. Is a little, you know, isn't that what it's about? Just a little bit of jarring and you know what I mean?
Yep.
Rooting for your team a little harder than the next guy. You know what I mean? It
Yep.
should have never led to murder, violence, all this crazy violence. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then is that what it leads to? Like you're repping a certain club, but does it lead to someone getting killed?
I mean, it does lead to it. It's led to it time and time again.
Yeah, there was someone who had a Support 81 shirt up here in Connecticut. They were in Waterbury, and they ended up getting killed at a bar.
Yeah,
by their opposition, and they ended up getting, I think, 6 years in prison for manslaughter. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
A couple podcasts ago, Bill, I told you a story about me wearing a Support shirt, you know, and that Support shirt ended up getting me hemmed up by 3 different major 1% factions, having to explain just supporting that club. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it wasn't a lighthearted conversation. It was a, let's take it outside, and there was a lot of risk of injury to myself just for rocking that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I kept my shirt, and it wasn't by no means of pussing out. You know, I had to stick hard on my guns for that one. You know what I mean? Or they would have took my shirt, if not my teeth. You know what I mean?
It could have went bad though.
Yeah, that's what the conversation was about.
Yeah. So Q Ball says full member isn't allowed to wear support gear.
No, patch member is not going to have support gear on.
Right.
You know, I don't know if Q Ball if he's referencing what I said. That was a member in the charter I was in that attacked a citizen wearing a support club's T-shirt that someone else bought at their party and gave to them.
Yeah.
And that guy got stabbed for it.
That's wild. So them 2 guys that are attacking the pagan has a cut on, a full cut. But the other 2 guys only have soft colors on, right?
Right.
Those shirts, if you enhance the videos, they're member shirt. They got a death head on them. So Cubo, look at those shirts and screenshot it, blow it up. A support shirt never has a death head on it.
Right.
Only a member. Right there in that picture you're showing now, Bill, the guy on the right, clearly it's a death head. And that's a New Jersey shirt. So I got to throw it in there. Obviously, like Bill, I said in the last podcast I did with you, that's obviously not the guy that I witnessed riding into this Wawa the last time I was up northeast and taking his cut off a mile or so before he got there. He pulled over on the side of the road and rolled it up and put it in his saddlebag and then rolled into this Wawa where I know I'll call it pagan country. And it's always been. But he put his cut in there, went in, got his stuff in the Wawa, come out, and I followed him when he left. And he went down the road a couple miles, got off his scooter, gets his cut out, and puts his cut back on. That's a real solid member they got there. And that bottom rocker was New Jersey.
Wow.
So that video ended, but did it show the ending of the situation?
He just gets on his bike and drives away, but it doesn't show the ending. But towards the
that's
end,
how wars start.
It shows
wars start like this.
It shows them walking away.
So do investigations, man. You know what I'm saying?
See, they end up just walking off, and he just ends up grabbing his bike and going.
Yeah. So these guys now are the subject of topic when the police are talking at the desk now. You know what I mean? That's the other part of it, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Whenever they was paying attention to this other street crime over here, now they made that a cold case, and then now you get all the attention.
Yep.
Why chapter?
Oh, yeah, now you got
like that in their chapter, you know what I mean?
Do you think actually...
No, they should be thrown. They should be...
Do you think the police will get involved with this?
No.
Will the people...
Maybe.
Or they get involved with it?
Get involved, yeah. This is everywhere right now. This is not just me putting it out there. This is everywhere.
One of the
Yep.
police with a patch will probably put it in his book. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Do you
how
think
it
they're
is,
going to
man.
investigate it? Do you think they'll end up getting arrested for this situation?
No. You know what I've witnessed is
Probably
they
not.
won't protect a club on club situation, but they'll intensify it under something else.
Yeah.
So it'll be a bigger, it'll be a part.
Yeah,
of a
they won't
bigger
do
thing.
anything for you shooting a pagan, but they'll give you life
Nope.
for speeding out of there, without a driver's license.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They're not going to vindicate a one percenter, but they will use all the other aspects to send you away. You won't be in jail for doing what you did to him. You'll be in jail for running red lights and stuff. You know what I mean?
Or Rico.
They're going to get you off the streets. They just won't put it in the paper to justify what you did. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So they'll
be
part of a bigger.
They're working on something.
Right.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll just use that to enhance, and just like they did out there in Vegas, they'll enhance that and pop them with the criminal organization, and they'll get their ducks in a row and multiply everything together.
Repo.
And then they'll come after the whole.
Hey, Repo. They get on the news and they want to show about all this public work they do, buying toys for kids and feeding the homeless and all this
bullshit.
But I would love to see anybody run that fast and move that fast doing charity work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me see you run and grab the toys for tots that fast, and let me see you throw the free turkeys out the truck that fast. It's never that much intensity when it goes to helping somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
But does the general public think that they're actually reaching in their pockets for that charity? No, it's the public that's giving them that charity.
Yeah.
They're not spending their own money to look good. They might throw a couple of bucks at it just to make up whatever they think is the positive number of what they're doing.
How many times have you seen the pot get so big where the decision was made, that's too much to give away?
I was going there. I was going there.
Here's a sliver.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Uncle Pete says, do you think any action will be taken against these two from the club?
It should be.
Like
in my eyes, it should be. They should.
If this was back in your day, Repo, what would happen to these two guys?
I can't say it. We're on a video, and I'd never say it in public. But I'll put it this way: if they jumped off and went after this guy, they'd have had an issue when they came back, and the next time everybody got together, there would have been discussion on it, and there would have been some type of internal action taken, and I feel against them because they just put it out on public blast.
I mean, there's two videos, and there's two videos from two different angles. You can hear women in the background. People are beeping the horn.
You can hear people screaming.
Yeah, it's like a shopping mall with a lot of people around. So this is not like in the back alleyway somewhere. This is like in front of a whole bunch of people.
Yep. I take it as a cowardly act. They ran after this guy, two of them, and two couldn't get it done when there was only one.
What should have happened, though? What do you think should have happened? What would have been the best course of action with these guys running across each other? Have a conversation?
Leaving each other alone in the public.
Right. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Just leaving it alone.
They should have just let it go.
Yeah.
You want to go follow that guy down the road and get it on down the road in a little more privater setting. But right there in the public like that, sometimes, there's sometimes that things can't happen down the road. And what I'm seeing, they just clearly saw an opportunity to attack that pagan member. And they thought they were getting the upper hand. And I've watched that video 30 times. They had not one split second of upper hand on that guy. That guy taking them thumps, them whacks, them punches, and just kept coming at him. I guess HA got a whole new form of members that they allow to come in. We had some garbage in Philadelphia and Pennsylvania Nomads. Don't get me wrong. We had some. I can't say it because we're live, but we had some real less than life guys. They were numbers. They weren't members. They were just numbers.
Now, what would happen if this guy had his girl on the back or his wife with him? Do you think they still would attack him?
What would happen in the state of New Jersey if this guy hadn't had no cases and carried a firearm like he legally could, and these guys struck him with that hammer? He had the right to shoot them.
Right.
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't have gone well for a while, but he had the right, in fear for his life, if he was legal to carry a weapon, to take that weapon out and shoot the both of them. So what would have happened then? You know, he would have killed them both.
Bylaws,
obviously,
it does not say anywhere in the bylaws that we're supposed to be fucking fighting. That we're supposed to be fighting or attacking each other.
Right.
Frank FTW, I respected with repo.
It doesn't say nothing about that when you patch in. You know what I mean? We're all aware of the news, so we all kind of get it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it doesn't say nowhere you must be willing to hurt somebody. You know what I'm saying? So it's a decision made between people. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. I've talked to members who just have a different eye for what the culture should be, and they're against this kind of stuff fully. They don't go out picking fights. They will keep the throttle twisted if they see the opposition at a bar, and they'll find a new bar. You know, it's not a one idea. It's not a one vote. It's every pagan and every Hell's Angel and anybody else don't feel a certain way. It might be widespread, but you know what I mean? There's also individuals out there that believe we should all be getting along. I'm one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see the need to do something like that. In all reality, about that public display of violence like that, I think if they was willing to do that, they should have went all the way. Yeah, and we know what we're talking about. If you don't care like that, then don't care. Because if them guys, let's say there was a cop in the parking lot, that cop also would have been justified in smoking every one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And he really would have. And not only that, if he would have held any of them at gunpoint, they would have probably received the same sentence as if they did take care of business the whole way.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So was it tough or cool? No, to me, it was like the guy who can't fight in jail. So he punches you right in front of the jail bar. He knows he's got about 10 seconds to make it
before they jump on you.
Split it up. You know what I'm saying? He will not go to a sale. He will not. You know when you know who was tough? Have you ever seen this one where the guy says, "Hey, trade sales with your celly tonight. Me and this dude got to hash something out." And you hear him thumping all night long, multiple times. Those is two savages. Nobody's pushing buttons. Nobody needs help. They both come out cut and lumped. And they got respect from everybody, including each other. You know what I'm saying? But it's usually the latter. It's usually, let me get loud and proud in front of somebody like they did in the public. They was counting on them horns to honk. They was counting on somebody to scream the cops are coming. That's not tough. I would have thrown them dudes out on their ear faster than you could have said anything. You know what I'm saying?
Q-Ball says now there's 35 witnesses because they jumped an op in the parking lot.
Staxx, I got one for you. You could even look it up right now if you wanted to. The pagans in Kalispell, Montana, at the Majestic Arena. You know, this is a whole nother segment for you, man. But you look that up and you're gonna see the same
I've
thing.
seen that. Yeah,
you're gonna see the same thing, man. We were guests at the fight. Okay, so we come states away to come support a fighter. We're ringside at a main event for this town. How many cell phones you think were out? How many cameras you think were pointed?
A lot.
Yeah, and I'm outside. I had absolutely nothing to do with this. You'll see my picture on there with some brass knuckles, and there's a story behind that. But I was not in there for the entire situation. It would have never popped off like that. How are you an invited guest? And you start, and you looking it up and you watching it right now. Man. How are you an invited guest and you're meleeing people?
Tell me,
And
Yep.
explain the whole situation.
Guess who's hurt at the end of the day of that whole biker brawl? They called it a minor.
Your own.
A minor went to the hospital.
Yeah.
A minor went to the hospital, got hit in the head with a baseball bat by a member's old lady.
Yeah,
Yep.
I did. I seen that.
Yeah.
Explain the situation on what happened. Explain what you know, and then how you went.
I know. I was there with the. You know what I mean?
Explain.
We went out there to support a fighter, you know, as guests of honor type deal. We walked the guy around the ring. You know, everybody's enjoying seeing this new club because nobody knew we was out there. You know, we weren't out there, but we were out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we had the support of everybody. The owner of the arena gave us ringside. You know what I'm saying? We had everything laid out for us. We got to park our bikes down there. You know, everybody's coming up, meeting us, taking pictures, you know. So I go outside. I'm a smoker. I got to go smoke. You know what I mean? So I'm outside. Yeah. And this is a big arena. So outside is probably about a block and a half away. You know what I mean? And while I'm out there, okay, some drunk guy and his son are walking past the bikes. So what? We're at an event. So what? We're guests.
Yep.
Offer him to touch it. Maybe he's never sat on a bike. Let him sit on it. What? It's a motorcycle.
He wanted to sit on it?
No. They were just walking by it, and they were too close. And somebody who wanted to push the little issue, you know, a new member, a little new member, you know what I mean? He wanted to press the issue. Hey, man, back away from the bikes. Well, the dude looked at the member and said, basically, fuck, you know, forget you and that little cut. You know what I mean? Who are you?
Well, you're at a fight. You're watching a fight, so
yeah,
there's
but he's
adrenaline pumping.
He's a patron. Right? He is not even a fighter. He has cups in his hand. He just went to the beer garden.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's a patron.
Yeah.
And the guy tells him, you're too close to the bikes, blah, 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 blah. And the guy tries to stick up for himself, says, I ain't buying that Superman cape you got on, you know? And the dude starts getting into his face, and I don't remember who hit who first. You can see it in the video. But either way, the civilian started whooping the brakes off this pagan, okay? Hey, watch the video. Pushed him like
and you can't have that.
A quarterbacker. He pushed him like a quarterbacker. That,
right?
There was other people involved, you know, and if it wasn't for other people involved, that pagan would have been left toothless. You know what I mean? But listen, the only person who was really involved was that one guy. There was like 5 pagans on this dude. And some other guy. If it wasn't for the other guy, the pagans probably all would have got there. You know what I mean? This was a tough redneck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The whole time I'm outside. I'm not even in the building. You know what I mean? I'm outside sitting there smoking, and the door comes flying open, and this little girl's crying. See what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? A little 10-year-old girl, pink face, tears coming down her face.
She'll never forget it.
She comes out the door. She says, everybody's fighting in there. Listen, I don't know what that means. All I know is we ain't from here. You hear what I'm saying? We ain't from here. I don't know if we're welcome or not. I got guys in there. You feel what I'm saying? This is serious. You know what I mean? Yeah. I throw my brass knuckles on right then and there. I told you I was about a block away from my guys. I take off running for my guys. Okay? As I start getting closer, the crowd is letting me know what's going on. I'm in a cut. Okay? Now I got everybody turning at me going, F you. See, there's one of them there. I'm starting to kind of put a little bit of 2 and 2 together that I'm not welcome at least. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
By the time I close in to the spot where it's all cracked off, there's a dude covered in blood. He's getting hauled off. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of chairs knocked over. There's a bunch of people on their hands and knees getting helped up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's yelling at me, pointing at me, cussing at me. And they start snapping them pictures and shit. You know what I'm saying? I got brass knuckles on because I was outside when I put them on. I didn't know what I was coming into. I was running into the fight for my brother because that's what you do, right? Running. I'm fat, dude. Okay? But I had brass knuckles on from the door. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm running into a gun, 10, 20, but ain't that what you're supposed to do, Repo?
Yeah.
Ain't that what you're supposed to
That's exactly.
So they start snapping pictures of me, and they get one of me pointing, and it's a female yelling at me. It's a bad picture, bro. I got brass knuckles, and I'm pointing like this. There's a security guard in my face behind the picture, and he's yelling at me, dude, you need to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm yelling at him, you need to fucking do your job. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm getting a mob on me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they snapped the picture. So it looks like with the little story they did, pagans attack people, that I was a part of it. You know what I'm saying? It was over by the time I made it in there.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? It don't help that I got brass knuckles on, but I explained why. You know what I mean? But look, I go to get on my bike to leave, and somebody took my jacket. When they took off, they had my fob in it, so I couldn't start my bike. So I literally had to just sit there, you know, and wait. You know what I'm saying? And the whole mob is there around me, and the owner comes in. He's got this guy yelling at me, you know, and he's about to assault me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling him, touch me, bro. I mean, all I need you to do is put one hand on. I didn't want to get it cracking off. I was literally surrounded by 300 people. If I was to get any kind of aggressive, I would have looked like a picked apart chicken carcass. You know what I'm saying? There was no hope.
Who was the chick hitting people with the bat?
That was dude's old lady, bro. So, but listen, let me hold on. I'll get straight to that. So this dude who's threatening to whoop me, and I'm threatening to do something if he touches me, is actually an off-duty police officer. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know it.
That's cool.
So when the SWAT comes, SWAT comes in, putting everybody down with guns. You know what I mean? And that cop actually saved me from going to jail that night. You know, he says he runs up to the other cops. They threw me in handcuffs right away. I was going away. You know what I'm saying? And that cop runs up, and I thought he was being, you know, a tattleteller or something, like, yeah, he was threatening to hit me or whatever. But he runs up and he goes, hey, that guy didn't touch anybody. He was yelling at me. He was being disrespectful, but he wasn't in here. He literally got me out of handcuffs. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that dude. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, as far as that chick, so when everything started going down, her old man started getting beat up. You know what I mean? And she come out of nowhere and just gave him the old whack-a-mole. You know what I mean? Yeah. And yeah, but I mean, this is the grade of this is the mentality right here. Okay, we get pulled over leaving town. Okay, so they arrest her at the scene. They arrest her at the scene. You know, and we're gonna leave town. You know, we're all loaded up and we're leaving town. We get pulled over by like 10 black trucks, and you know what I'm saying? It was bad, bro. You know, and
yeah, I imagine.
Yeah, dude, they come up with assault weapons on us, and you know, they pull us over, and they start talking to us one-on-one. And as they're talking to us one-on-one, the ones with the brains are asking the right questions. I'm one of them. Am I free to go?
Yep.
It's a yes or no question, dude. It's a yes or no question. As soon as I heard yes, I'm talking snow on the ground, bro. I'm talking walking with no money in my pocket, bro. I don't care. When you say I could leave, that's exactly what I'm doing. Bye-bye. You can have the bike. You can have everything. Bye-bye. You know? So I start walking.
Yeah.
Me and maybe 2 other dudes. You know what I'm saying? Well, for the life of me, I can't figure out why 2 other dudes won't leave. You know what I'm saying? And one of the other dudes is the old man or the old lady that's in jail. And they won't leave.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what's going on, man? You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, from like 300 yards down the highway, we're getting the wave back, and the cops are all doing U-turns and they're leaving, and you know what I'm saying? I said, what the hell?
Yep.
So we go back. Oh, by the way, one of the police doing a U-turn got smashed on the highway, dude. It was a whole other thing, dude. But anyway, yes.
Yeah.
But anyway, we go back and we're like, "What's up, dude? You know what I'm saying? We just got pulled over by 5 vehicles, SWAT status, and you wave us back. There's no cops. What's going on? You know?"
Yep.
Yeah.
The dude's
Yep.
the chick's old man goes, "We just gave him the bat, man." What?
Give him it back?
What?
Dude, listen, bro. I stole like some gum or something when I was a kid with my brother, and he got caught, and they caught me, and they said, "Your brother told on you," you know, and I said, "No, he didn't," you know. I just would not agree
Yep.
with them and tell on myself
Yeah.
because my brother wouldn't tell,
Yep.
and you're lying, right?
Yeah.
I would have never believed somebody's old man would have told on him.
Yeah.
They put the nails in the casket. You know,
Oh, yeah.
Hey, listen, that could have been a plastic wiffle ball bat. That could have been a prop. It could have been a foam pool floaty that was cut and made to look
Yep.
like a bat. You gave him the bat. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I can't find the video, but I do have a news article. It says Majestic Valley Arena fight triggers motorcycle club investigation. You see what I'm saying? How it triggers a larger thing. A large-scale
Yep.
fight alleged between members of the Pagans Motorcycle Club left a teenager injured at a Majestic Valley Arena last month. Flathead Sheriff's County office says officials are investigating ongoing criminal activity within the
Yep.
club Flathead charter. It said the incident at Majestic Valley heightened awareness from the law enforcement and public safety perspective. If these incidents are occurring, we need to address those, the sheriff said. Last month, local and federal authorities identified Flathead County resident Michael Murphy and Kyle Martin Johnson as president and vice president of Pagans Motorcycle Club, respectively. On February 28th, deputy of the Sheriff's Department officers of probation and parole arrived at Murphy's residence. They arrested him for parole violations. Murphy attempted to flee the residence, taken into custody without incident. Several other individuals were called out from their residence, and they were cooperative, except for Johnson, who had several active warrants and remained inside, refusing to comply with officers for about 30 minutes. Johnson cooperated with law enforcement as he exited the residence. We're prepared for federal and state partners in Washington, and we have gathered more information. There's more investigation needed, and we are working with our partners, it says authorities were unaware of Flathead charter of the Pagans Motorcycle Club until last month when a fight involving, so they didn't even know about the club until the fight broke out involving 50 people in Majestic Valley Arena during a boxing match. Several alleged members of the club were at the event. Many who traveled from Washington were at the event and participated. They were sponsored. It said that they were sponsored. Washington resident was arrested at the fight and charged with felony count of assault with a weapon for allegedly striking a 16-year-old attendee with a wooden baseball bat during the fight. She pleaded not guilty in Flathead County Court February 23rd. According to the charging documents, authorities arrived on February 11th at a chaotic scene at the arena where they found a large crowd of people yelling at each other, many of whom wore vests that said warlords and pagans. Based on the insignia, authorities...
That was a typo. That warlords was a typo. They were not there.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Just letting you know.
Okay. The insignia, authorities concluded there were members from at least 2 motorcycle gangs, the Pagans Motorcycle Club and the other one, they were involved in a fight. So they made it seem like it was 2 different clubs fighting.
Yeah.
That's wild. So it says officers were directed to a 16-year-old male who was reportedly struck in the head with a baseball bat during the fight. The victim saw multiple people associated with one of the biker gangs attack his father. When he tried to pull the attacker off him, he allegedly hit with a bat. The teenager and his father significantly injured by members of the motorcycle club, and they were transported to Logan Health for treatment. Several witness statements and cell phone video footage confirmed the victim's account. Wow. And that's all they got.
Yeah. So that Michael guy, right? He owned a very, very, very professional business where he was making a lot of money. And he was a success story. He had actually just got done doing a bunch of prison time. You know what I mean? And he had employed like 10 guys. You know what I mean? He had a insulation spray foam business, making like a $500,000 to $1 million a year type. You know what I mean? He lost everything. He lost everything. He straight went back to prison on a violation. All them guys lost their job. Everything got stolen. He had a bunch of stuff come up missing. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff. You see what I'm talking about? You sure showed that guy. You sure showed that guy.
Had a crazy ripple.
No, you sure showed that guy not to walk next to our bikes, bro. And you know what? Here's a TCB, man. We really appreciate it. Everybody, you know who this guy is? He's the guy who don't let nobody walk past a pagan's bike, bro.
Yeah.
And look what it cost. That lady who got arrested, I'm pretty sure she's still on probation. I know she was locked up for a while out of state. You went somewhere on a few-day vacation and you're stuck there incarcerated while your family had to go back without you. You sure showed that guy not to step by your bike. Where did it say in the bylaw, don't ever let somebody stand by your bike?
And then all the little kids that are traumatized from it.
Oh, my God, man. Come on. That little girl needs counseling. What are you talking about, man? You know what I mean? If that was my daughter, we would have a lot more explaining to do. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. But that's the forethought put into things when it happens. Like that video that we're even on here for in the beginning. Yeah. You know, it's just a bunch of guys trying to play Sons of Anarchy, man. Because if you were really that mad, it's chess, not checkers. Okay? If you're doing stuff like that, it just shows that you're probably letting more than urine out all your brains every morning when you stand up. You know what I mean? Just
there you go. There you go. Nail on the head.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think it's possible for these clubs to get along ever and let this type of shit go?
Probably not, but it would be nice to see it. But even if it does, in history, it only lasts just so long.
I think it already does. Let me explain this the right way. I think what you're asking already exists. I think that it's your 99 clubs. It's your mom and pop clubs. You know what I mean? I honestly feel like they've actually got it. You know, I'm actually starting to respect those factions a lot more than the 1% factions. Anybody could beat their chest like a gorilla and go out there and be an idiot. But if you know the real true meaning of brotherhood, maybe you should tune into some of these 99 clubs because they don't have nobody going to beat them up if they don't show up, but they still show up. They don't have nobody going to put hands on them if they don't listen, but they still listen. They're doing that out of the true meaning of what this is all supposed to be about. Just riding with brotherhood and having that camaraderie. You know, it's this caveman wannabe gangster mentality to be a 1%er. You know what I'm saying? It's funny how those 99% clubs don't need no validation from nobody. They ride with their brothers and they have fun. And if you look at their pictures compared to all the other club pictures, 99 clubs, mom and pop clubs, riding clubs, they're all smiling.
They're not giving the finger in the pictures.
No, they're all smiling and they're all on bikes. They're all on bikes. You see these 1%ers, they're all mean mugging. They're all in front of a truck. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. I think I'll probably be rather wash my 1% history down the drain and start back over and hop on to a 99er. You know what I mean?
Do you think the lines are getting blurred between the 1%ers and that gang mentality.
Yeah, that's my whole point. That when the
Definitely.
99 life looks more attractive, it's because it's got more to do with being a biker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said, there was someone you asked, and you said, "When was it ever about bikes?" And he said, "I don't remember."
Yeah, it was an older guy.
Yeah.
I asked him because I was crying about it. You know, I was living off the stories of my dad. You know, my dad, all these pictures and stuff that I got on my wall. You know, I'll turn the camera around just a quick. You can't really see them, but you can see how many pictures there are. You see all those photos?
Hardwire 1%. Both of these guys were in one of the big clubs. He was a former pagan, former Hell's Angel. So Hardwire says, sounds like this guy was never in a support club to me, unless I misunderstood his argument. He was
I've
never
never been in a support club.
No.
Neither have I.
No, I drank the Kool-Aid. I thought you wasn't shit unless you had a diamond on.
Yeah. Didn't we all?
Yeah.
Yeah. So is there, how many clubs have the diamond? Is it every outlaw club, or is it certain ones? Like what makes them available for the diamond?
Repo, go ahead. You're going to be more educated on this than I am.
They don't all have a diamond. A majority of them do. But, you know, I can tell you in my time, I saw guys get handed diamonds. Handed. Because they met that 1 year mark or just because they were brothers. They handed them a diamond. You had to earn your diamond. And, you know, we don't need to get into what it takes to earn it. It just takes being righteous. And they earn them for a lot of different reasons that they shouldn't earn them. And, you know, even with those two guys that went after that pagan in that lot, I'm sure they got some new kind of a patch made up, and their brothers hugged them and told them how great they were.
Or it
I
went the
did
other
not.
way and it went bad for them,
I
right?
doubt it. I doubt it. Honestly, I doubt it. You know, I remember when New Jersey was a prospect charter, prospect, when they were starting and they only were prospect chapter.
What year was that? That was around 2001?
2002, 2003, something like that.
That was when
2001,
Philly,
maybe.
that was when Philly had a chapter. They had a charter. Yeah.
Yep.
And a lot of people say the pagans chased 81 out of Philly.
Honestly, you know, the bottom line on that is they never chased them out of Philadelphia. I, along with the other patch members at that time, we decided the best thing to do was to close two of them. And we were all so far apart from one another. We started a Pennsylvania Nomads Hells Angels. And we went to the West Coast and asked like how we had to do it and followed the true bylaws of the club. And the East Coast did not want to accept that we did it the legitimate way by the bylaws.
Yeah. And they ended up you ended up having a
not the entire East Coast, just a couple,
right.
Just a few charters didn't want to accept that we did it the way it was supposed to be done. They didn't like it because it wasn't them that had to say. They felt that they were the controlling ones.
Yeah, I feel like there's definitely a split in dominance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
West Coast versus East Coast. I feel like the pagans got the East Coast and 81 has the West Coast. I mean,
yeah. So it's a whole different aspect, East and West.
Yeah.
The whole structure, the guys are totally different.
Yeah, completely different scene all the way down to you know, the clothing and also just the day-to-day activities. You know what I mean? When I was on the East, it was go, 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 go. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, they're all cake eaters. Cake eaters, man.
Yeah, but it was a little bit more on the speedy side of life over there, and then West Coast seems to be a little bit more Pepsi products. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you were able to come over to the East Coast and experience it, right, Popcorn?
Yeah, no, the East Coast is definitely where the belly of the beast is at when it comes to the pagans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a sight to see. You know what I'm saying? Something out of a Mad Max military video. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said turrets and shit.
Yeah,
right?
man. Gun towers. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's definitely a spot that they got held down for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
they got
the
a hell
pagans have always
I'll tell you.
had a huge dominance in Philadelphia.
They not just Philadelphia now, Bill. I and I keep it real, man. I believe I'm going to say 2 or 3 to 1 on the East Coast. The pagans outnumber the Hells Angels now, at least 2 or 3 to 1, and that's part of Conan's Blue Wave. So if we go 3 to 1, let's knock it down 2 to 1 we'll mix it up if shit goes south. Hopefully, because a lot of them guys they got in rather quick, and you really don't know who they are until the rubber meets the road.
It's not Philadelphia; it's Philly.
Oh my God! I
met I gotta go with you, man. It's Philly.
I met at least 200 members, and I got about 2 brothers out of them.
Yep.
Are they still members?
The brothers, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, check it out. I stepped away on my own mindset. Nobody was pre-warned. Nothing,
Yep.
And the people that knew why I stepped away, they didn't want to handle business the way it's supposed to be. It said if somebody messes with your family, if somebody messes with your old lady, there is protocol for that. Okay. And if you don't want to have to follow that protocol, the quickest way is to make sure that infraction stays a secret. You know what I'm saying? So when I walked away because somebody was screwing on my old lady, you know what I mean? They put me on no contact, the person who was in control of doing that. You know what I mean? And that's also typical move for when somebody puts their stuff down. They go on like a year of no contact or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So nobody gets to ask you why. Why'd you walk away? Why'd you go away? What happened? What's going on? You know what I mean? So that never comes to be a privy. Everybody doesn't know about it, and you don't have to take care of business, and life goes on, and you look like a rock star. But that's why it's diluted. That's why it's diluted. That's why I went away without hanging my head. I'll put knuckles on anybody who shows up and says different, and they know it. That's why I'm the only one here constantly and consistently. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. To my opinion, when somebody dedicates himself to you like that and puts all the guards down because you're their brother, and somebody takes advantage of that, that demands the utmost attention. If that shit flies, then what are we doing? What are we doing if that flies, bro? For real. It cost me $7,000 for a divorce. I now have full custody of all my kids, and it's been years since I've talked to a bunch of these dudes. You know what I'm saying? And it's a couple of them that still are in violation, and they know it. And it's odd how I see them every day, but now I can't even see them in traffic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I got the same thing, man. I got a couple that are still in that are try to reach out and talk to me, and I'm like, dude, listen, you're gonna get thrown out if they find out you talk to me. I don't care. Yeah, you really do, because I see all the hype you post, and and
well, my situation's a little bit. Look at it. It's like this. I could have got a lot of dudes thrown out.
I thought you were gonna put
people hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Shit, your
Audio.
it's not working.
Walk away from a situation to take
Oh, you're
myself
good.
out of the
There
equation.
we go. Yep.
You know what I mean? I'll let you guys fight over what you think is so important. I fight my own
Yeah.
battles one-on-one. You know what I mean? I got no interest in getting everybody rallied behind me and throwing this guy out. If it happened, because I believe it should have happened. There's no doubt about. I believe that should have happened, but it
Oh
didn't.
yeah.
And I don't want to force nobody to be a brother. If nobody did that on their own, I'm in the wrong circle. You know what I'm saying? The same dude who did it to me, I was saving his house because he didn't pay his bills during COVID. You know what I'm saying? I literally stopped paying the bills at the clubhouse and let the clubhouse go and diverted 100% chapter funds to this dude's house to save his house for his family. That's the God's honest truth. That's the truth. All club dues for that chapter, every dollar we ever made on any kind of party, anything was diverted to him to pay his back bills to save his house. While that's happening, he's got his in my old lady. You know what I mean? And yeah, you know what I mean? So yeah.
We got 170 people watching right now.
That's because we're talking that ish. You know?
So I got another vid. Damn, where Repo go? Repo disappeared. Repo, come back.
Come on, Repo.
Sounds like you had some bad choices. Believe me, I've been there. Should have blamed your club though.
Who's blaming the club for what?
Shouldn't blame your club though.
Who's blaming the club for it? Blaming the club for not taking care of business? Absolutely, 100%. Is it a club if all you do is sit back and watch?
Another thing I wanted to talk to you about, a lot of these people out here, they don't understand. They think these people put on these cuts and it makes them a superhuman. It makes them these people that they're not. Like, I mean, they're people. They're just people.
No, I'll keep it real with you. For everybody's supposed to be like-minded, right? Because that's the kind of the backdrop. Oh, we're all like-minded. I hung out with more people that I would have never hung out with in my life because we were so far apart and different than I did when I was in a club. Because you would hang out with a guy who is a workaholic and barely has time to do anything but go to work, and then you'd meet a guy who is on Social Security and he's able-bodied. He's just, lazy. You know what I mean? And then you meet a guy who's barely old enough to ride a motorcycle, works at a fast food restaurant. You know what I mean? Like the commonality isn't really there anymore. The commonality is what they're trying to look, portray, or be a part of. You know what I mean? I got into a club for, just to ride with motorcycles and that a lot of the lifestyle wasn't even something that I wanted to be a part of. I don't like to hang out at bars. I don't like to, I like to be an upstanding citizen and, a respectable man. And I got sons and daughters. You know what I mean? There's certain ways I want to portray myself as a person, right? And a lot of the club scene is just, not.
So when you were a part of the club, did you ever feel like, damn, I feel like I'm trapped?
No. I'm a very on my own 2 feet decision maker. I literally will never lie to myself. That's why I left when I left. I didn't stay a week longer than I felt comfortable. I literally looked around and made the decision and took my shit off and walked away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had a double the next day to work, and I couldn't stay out that, till 2:30 in the morning and close the bar down. And I was leaving at midnight. I still wanted to hang out with the brothers. You know what I mean? And I just let everybody know I had to go. I got a big day tomorrow. And, I got a bunch of these dudes looking at me, begging me to stay, begging me to hang out. What's up, Repo?
Hey.
Begging me to stay. And I just realized that, I'm hanging out with a circle of men that I'm literally having to degrade who I am just to fit in. I was constantly told, don't outshine your brothers. Don't outshine your brothers. Don't try to outshine your brothers. I'm not trying, dude. If you feel insufficient sitting next to me, that's your baggage, bro. What am I supposed to not pull out a handful of money because dude's broke and feels intimidated and he feels like a dirtbag because I could pay for everybody's lunch and he can't buy his own? Like, what is going on here? You know what I'm saying? So if I make you feel lesser than a man, I'm the opposite. I like to hang out with people way greater than me, so I have something to aspire to. That's a fact. I want to be the little guy in the room at all times. What the fuck am I hanging out with you for if I'm not going to be able to up my life or my situation a little bit? You know what I mean? I talk to both of you guys on a personal level. You know what I mean? We hit each other up in a conversation now and then. And it's always about have a good day and let's try to make life better. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on that backwards rotation. You know what I'm saying?
He said, we'll have to agree to disagree. Those on fault for that, and those who are at fault for that, you can't blame the whole club, just actions of a few.
Well, no, you can't blame the whole club.
Oh,
Who
no.
said the whole club? The whole club wasn't privy. If you listen to the words that came out of my mouth, I literally said I was put on no contact so everybody didn't find out. I then said the people that that means the ones that did know, didn't do nothing about it. So if you know so much, whoever's commenting, you know, then you tell me what should have happened to the people that knew what happened and turned their blind eye or tried to cover it up so they wouldn't be exposed of having that information without doing anything about it. That's the exact same thing as if I, as a pagan, found out that somebody beat one of my brothers up and I just tried to cover it up. Oh no, Billy's he's not available. He's not answering his phone. Well, that's weird. I thought you was just on the phone with him and he said he got his, jumped by somebody down the road. Well, I don't want to go and maybe get beat up or arrested, so I'm just going to make sure nobody finds out Billy needs help. Is that how you handle stuff?
Yeah.
Is that how you're supposed to handle it? Just put it under the rug so you don't have to deal with it? No, I don't blame the pagan nation. I have a lot of pagans that I love and I still talk to. Yeah. I blame the idiots that got that cut on, that claim to be a pagan and live their life like a bunch of itches. You know what I'm talking about?
Jungle Forever said, I call my car seats and couch cushions fart filters.
What's that?
Jungle Forever says, I call my car seats and couch cushions fart filters. So I got another video. Hey, Mark, what's up? I got another video I want you guys to check out. I want to see what your opinion is on this video. Let's check it out.
I thought you were going to put hands on me.
Fuck you, you fucking little bitch.
Here I am. So put hands on me. Are we not in reach? My back's to you. Go ahead. Get the first one in. I tell you what. I'll let you have the first one. Get the first one in.
The other three can stand.
I thought you were going to put hands on me.
Fuck you, you fucking little bitch.
Here I am. So put hands on me.
What do you guys think of this situation?
Ah.
Now that guy, the guy that's talking is the prospect. The other guy that's talking is a prospect for another club. I'm not gonna name.
You go first, Repo.
I would say, like, if that was my world, the guy that was leaning on the car letting his old lady rap. First off, hopefully a whole bunch of the old ladies done took her out behind the house and knocked some of her teeth out and taught her when to keep her mouth shut. Secondly, I hope a whole bunch of that guy's brothers that were to the guy that were leaning on the car there beat the brakes off of him, stripped his colors, and gave him a real tuning and sent him on down the road, because being there, I don't care if that dude, we watch a video and we get a cash bill. It don't matter if that dude was a cop standing there going, yeah, put your hands on me. Dude, you're calling me out in public. I don't care if you're a cop. Right. I don't care.
Right.
Honestly, you get smacked faster than you would a citizen. if I knew what you were. Come on. This guy, and I said it in the other cast, Bill, this dude has to be part of the blue wave. And I'm not putting no down on the pagan nation, but he's got to be a part of that blue wave. Because in all the years I lived in the Northeast, I grew up there. I was around the pagans, the breed, the warlock. I never seen a pagan act like a bitch like that. He would have ripped the car door off and beat you with the car door just to show you this is how I put my hands on you.
The guy that's calling him out, though, that's some.
So can I say?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
check this out. I honestly think, look, if you see that pagan, that goes back to the question you asked about putting something on and turning into some superhero. The color left that dude's face. He looked as scared as you could be without passing out. You know what I'm saying? His girl was looking at him in shame. Like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
Methica.
Hey, oh my God, bro.
Yeah.
He was so scared looking, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But I'm gonna keep it real with you. So was the guy talking shit.
Yeah.
Because here we go again about two men, chestnut checkers. If you are so dead set on making the playing field right, you know what I'm saying? Dude said he was gonna put hands on you. Now you ran into him. You pulled your cell phone out and got a video for likes. Oh man, you see my TikTok video taking off? Oh, I went viral with taking care of business. You see the way I punked him out on that video?
Yeah, do you get a patch for that?
Look, the videos I got, they use them in booking and evidence. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They don't use them for likes and views and TikTok and you know what I'm talking about?
Well, that guy was.
Hey, he was more impressed with the way he looked talking shit to somebody than any kind of felt disrespect.
That guy was.
He's going to take care of business. You remember that story about the guy?
Yep.
Who was at the motorcycle show and made me go check in with them guys? I didn't see it. Remember, he said the guys want to talk to you about your support gear, and I never went and checked in with him.
Oh yeah.
Right, and then I ended up getting hemmed up by the guys anyway. Well, that guy who had me checking in, the little middleman guy, I didn't see him again for weeks. The very next time I seen that dude, there was an assault and a felony warrant. You know what I'm talking about? There really was. You know
Bree says, I mean, it did go viral though.
You know what I'm talking about? So I don't have no TikTok video of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have another dude with me trying to beat up the guy. You know what I'm saying? It was one-on-one. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a different culture nowadays. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Bree says it did go viral though.
It did. It did.
Yep.
I'm gonna send you the link, Breeze.
Yeah. Oh no, Breeze.
Shout out to Breeze. Yeah.
Hey, Popcorn. Don't vote Breeze for admin, okay?
Hey, that group is corny, man.
Ain't it? Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. That a dude has a problem with someone. He pulls his phone out. That's what he does.
Yep.
So
put your phone down. Handle your business. And if you beat that pagan's ass, then go take a picture of him laying on the ground. Here's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to do that little video, and then take a snapshot of him laying out unconscious on the ground.
Hey, be careful doing that shit. You see that video I sent you last night, Bill? I sent you a video of a kid, and he's in his truck, and he's going, "Yeah, that's right." Go look on your messages or something. I sent it to you on messages or Messenger. But a kid I know got into a fight.
We got another one in the house.
Oh!
What's good, bro?
It's your worst nightmare. Hey, my fucking front screen's broken. I can turn it around somehow. Let's see.
Turn around, look at it in the back.
Come on, Breeze.
Oh fuck! How do we turn
But
this
yeah.
thing around, Stax?
That video I sent you though is of a kid knocked a guy out and took a video of it, and he didn't know that the guy was
Oh
dead in
yeah,
the video.
yeah. The guy was
There should
dead in the
be,
video, and he's
Yeah.
like,
hey,
"Look,
Breeze, there should be a
that's what
button you can
happened."
push to turn the screen around.
Yeah, it should be the circle. It's like a circle.
The camera button or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think you can turn your camera around when you're on here.
Yeah, I believe so. I don't know. I bet you it was that damn Todd and his kid. They broke his phone.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a brother named Todd, and between Wicked and Breeze and
We got 219 people watching right now.
That's right.
well, we have
I'm gonna nickname Todd's kid Slingshot. Did you see the?
You
Did you
sure
see
you
the
don't
picture,
want to call
Todd?
it BB gun?
Can you hear
I'm
us?
telling. Nah, that thing's in parts now.
Yeah.
Yo,
No, we got
Breeze.
we got a group that we're all a part of, and one of the guys posts a lot of content with his kid, and so he's got a lot of uncles now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
all watch this kid doing all these shenanigans. Yeah.
RK, what's going on? Only
Hey, they
40
really
likes.
will
Come
cook a
on.
spread in that truck, though, won't they, Repo?
Oh yeah.
Some of the meals they post, he's cooking literally like full course meals in a big rig.
Yep.
Hey, sometimes you can cook like that. Breeze, can you hear us?
I'm trying. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
All
can hear
right,
you,
let me
brother.
work this video. I'm on here. I'm
All right.
on here. I'm trying to get facing front. Let's go facing back. Let's see here. Don't worry about me, guys. I'll figure it out somehow. Todd is
Hey, you're gonna.
Todd is a legend, dude. Hey, and guess what else? Fuck VPS Rick.
There you go.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I don't know who that is.
Let's get this damn thing on here.
I think that's the trucking company.
I said that for Todd, all right? Todd was just
Yeah.
speaking through me.
Mike, hungover closer said we could hear you with your loud ass mic.
Oh, shit. Damn.
Who's
Let's see
that?
here. I don't know how to figure this out. I can hear y'all, though.
Yeah, we can
We
hear
can
you.
we can hear you.
So, Breeze, what do you think of that video with the dude calling the other guy out on video?
Well, the 2-on-1?
No, this one.
I thought you were going to
Which
put hands
one?
on me.
Oh, that one?
Fuck you.
I would have socked that cop in the back of the head.
Here I
Thank you.
And then I would have turned around and backhanded that bitch.
Oh yeah.
Methica, right?
Methica
Yeah, what
would have got it.
Whatever little stumps were left in her head would have been pulled out with
And
pliers.
Popcorn would have been like, hey, stop it. There's fucking cameras everywhere, you retard. And I'm like, I can't swallow my ego. It's too
Hey,
big.
listen, if you're gonna do shit like that, no
Here-
face, no case, dude. Rip
She
the-
called her
100%. 100%. You shouldn't do shit like that, but I can't help it.
You
Yeah.
always know the real ones when you see them. They don't have no license plate on their bike. It's spray painted black. It might be red next week. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they ride around with a face mask, goggles, gloves, bandanas, like no face, no case. But you can't be out in the public, you know what I'm saying, waving bye to the lady you buy coffee from every morning and then assaulting somebody 20 feet away, wondering how the cops got the whole story and your name.
Everyone's a
Come on.
potential person on the people that pick if you're going to go to jail or not. What do they
Yep.
say, juror?
Yep.
Everyone's a potential juror.
Yeah. Yeah, but at the same time, outlaw was the first sentence in the
Yeah.
explanation. Outlaw motorcycle club. You don't want to go to jail, but you're riding in an outlaw motorcycle club.
Exactly.
I never had an endorsement, and now the club knows, because that's the one lie I told to the club. You ain't allowed to even patch if you don't have a license endorsement.
Oh yeah,
You
need a
just put those
motorcycle
dudes in the
license,
middle of
right?
the pack.
Yeah, but I never
Yeah.
had one. what I'm saying? But
Yep.
Youngin
but you know, my
516
reasoning
says
was
I
riding
don't
around
got
with
one
plates.
either.
the outlaw first. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Youngin 516 says riding around with plates claiming to be an outlaw is laughable.
Yeah.
I never had plates.
Yeah. I mean, you
Never
know,
had plates
it's
or
kinda
a
hard to
driver's
find outlaws.
license.
Yeah.
Crazy times we live in.
We should stop and grab a
Look
plate
at
or
me
two here and there if we
generation.
needed it.
100%. This look at me generation. Let's take another look at that other video. The whole reason why we started the show right here. Now, this is another angle. There's another angle. So this video was shot from a bunch of different angles. And I'm sure the store has the camera footage too.
The one in the red is running.
And he ain't backing down, man.
The one in the red is scared as hell, though.
And that's it. But you could see, like, the whole thing started. Oh, we lost Breeze. You could see the whole thing started when the dude kicked him off the bike.
Yep.
Right there, right
But
there. The guy in the black kicked him.
Neither one of the two of them should have been more than a foot apart from each other at any given moment when that whole thing was going down.
Doesn't it look like the footage is being taken by one of their buddies, though, where he's like, hey, get this on film?
Yep. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Could be.
It definitely. Come on, how would that not have been? Look how far out of frame the pagan is when they first get to see that shot.
Yeah.
That's hey, look at this. Hey, watch this. You know.
Yeah. That's probably their old lady that shot the video and then posted it.
And they're walking from where the pictures are being taken, right? You see?
Yep.
Or just one of the new members that was like, I can't jump out. I'm the camera guy.
Yeah, right. That could have been in Jersey. Yeah. Maybe it was a guy that took his cut off and put it in the saddlebag.
Can you hear Breeze? Breeze,
he's still circling on me.
Breeze.
He just wanted to come in and cuss out the trucking company.
Yo, Breeze.
There he is.
We got him.
We got the floor.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
we got the floor.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah. Right, we got Breeze.
Hey, think about this. That pagan in court could have pulled out a gun and shot both those dudes and said, the camera over. 2 Hells Angels are rushing you, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, but so if you're in a motorcycle, can you even have a defense like that? Can you? These two angels.
You probably wouldn't be able to say that.
No.
Your lawyer would say that for you.
Right, yeah.
Your lawyer would say, look at the videos. Is that not self-defense?
Hey, Breeze, what lawyer though?
What's funny is one of our friends on that page. Then they probably would be telling whoever really gets.
I've seen people get in trouble and get thrown out so they didn't have to pay for the lawyer. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Yeah, really.
Yep. What? Who? Me?
Yeah, the ball in here, hit him in the helmet.
No, I didn't witness that. No, but if that was your case,
that helmet.
That's every fucking case.
Martin says
same thing here. My own guy set me up. My own guy set me up, and club didn't do nothing.
Nothing. Nope. All that money that's supposed to go to you.
Yeah, went somewhere else.
Don't get there.
Hungover Closer says 2 guys tried to steal my bike with weapons. I thought they were going to kill me. I had no choice.
Exactly.
Feared for my life.
Yep.
Right?
I mean, I'm not saying go into court and say that, but anyone who looks at that video goes, dude, one guy's got like a hatchet or something. They're all hitting each other with stuff. But
Yep.
to be honest, that's not the type of violence that I grew up around, or like what Repo said, old school pagans, dude. You don't mess with those dudes, and they're dirty and grimy and mean and everything they're supposed to be.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's a trip,
just
dude.
the
I
sheer
think that
stupidity of walking up on somebody when you know what's capable of being on the table, and only walking up with little sticks and bats. You're
jumping
taking your own
around,
risks at that point.
jumping around. Wouldn't you want to get them like one and done?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like whoever's in that truck doing the filming, if it was that serious, they should have just got behind the gas pedal and cleared his ass out the parking lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, if you look at the camera, dude tried to dump the clutch and take off at first, and then he dumped his bike, and he had to get off and fight him. But in my mind, the guy that held off 2 dudes still won. But that was like all these fights. I've seen worse fights at Walmart.
Right.
Yep. I saw worse fights over bread and milk in the supermarket yesterday.
Exactly.
Here's where he gets dumped. He kicks him right there.
Yep.
Then he dumps the bike.
I'm sure glad I'm not a part of that. Any of that stuff
comes out on that photo because he looks like he's doing a ballerina dance.
So you gotta think that's what's gonna happen with this. They're not gonna take any action for this little fight they had. They're gonna use it for the bigger picture.
Oh, I think it'll definitely come into play somewhere else.
They're gonna use it to start tearing people's lives apart. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They're the ones that jumped the pagan. But the people that'll end up in jail and end up violated on their probation and end up all that, it's all the repercussion fallout. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not them. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be people that had nothing to do with it.
Yep.
Yeah, it could be a year from now when that resurfaces and because they're building their case. You know what that video did for law enforcement was they just got another $100,000 grant from the state to get a couple more SWAT vehicles, 30 more precision rifles, some more ballistic vests, and surveillance equipment.
Just like in Nevada, they labeled them a criminal gang. So it gives.
Yeah, what do you think? What do you think it is at the end of the day, honestly? You think it's a fucking ice cream making organization?
Well, you know what?
It's supposed to be a motorcycle
what is
club.
it supposed to be, though? Because I'll tell you the truth, it's a very secretive organization. So everybody's only left to think what they think until they know. And you can't know until you go, right? And I don't know what you were told or told.
I didn't beat the gang enhancement at the Prospect.
The truth. I was not told and sold the truth. I prospected and wanted it hella bad because all the bullshit stories I was fed. All the utopia of honest brotherhood and all this. That's why I joined. That's why I stayed as a prospect, kept trying. That's why it offended me if you mess with one of my brothers, because I thought that I had something that I was lied to about, man. So
yeah, I still think I think it's a gang.
Like what you're saying, I left. I ain't part of that. I didn't want nothing to do with that. You're right. And I can understand that.
But that doesn't make it right. That you joined for brotherhood.
But it's guys who lie to guys like me to get them to join, and then end up shitting on them, screwing their old ladies, tearing their families apart, costing them all their businesses. If I even knew that was on the table, bro, I would have never, ever, ever put my foot in the water.
You're learning.
But it was never told that. This is actually what was told to me by the guy who did it. And you know who did it, Breeze.
You're learning,
Bubba. This is constantly what he would say. If you can't leave your old lady around me, you just ain't a brother. That's my sister.
Yeah, don't you think that sounds a little weird?
Well, I do. Yeah. I do.
Now.
But you got other guys saying 10 toes up down the river for that infraction.
Yep.
You should be able to leave
so
your
what is
wife.
it?
You should be able to leave your old righteous old lady in a room with all your brothers, and none of them ever say a weird thing to her. Is that reality?
Exactly.
No. In reality,
Nope.
sometimes prospects are giving up their old ladies to get passed around, so they might get a shot at the title.
And that's why I walked the fuck away, bro. I drank the Kool-Aid.
And
I
some
bought the
people do
biscuits.
walk into the room and get told, "Hey, you know, you're going to be fighting. You're going to be fighting, and you're going to be doing this and that, and we're going to get attacked. You're going to have to be."
Got the cut. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it is. That's what Pee Wee's big point is.
There's a handful of guys like myself that are righteous like that, and that's why we believe that could exist. I don't think people steal because I don't steal. I don't think people lie.
See, but that's where we're wrong. That's where you have to watch out.
I don't screw people's old ladies, so I don't think people would screw mine. But let this be known for the dude who did touch her. Dude, I glaze them like Krispy Kreme donuts, bro.
Hey, but are
You know
MCs a gang or no? Is it a gang? Are the top 4 MCs a gang, or are they just riding clubs?
What's that?
Bottom line, they're a gang. You know,
Yes, sir. I
are
said
the top 4 outlaw motorcycle clubs a gang or riding club?
Well, it's not a riding club, but it ain't a gang, not in my opinion. It's turning into that. But could you compare a 1970s, 80s motorcycle club to 2000?
You have your head on your shoulders, right? But what about those other 20 dudes you were just talking about that fucking punched grandma in the face in Montana because someone got too close to the bike or whatever? You know what I mean?
Who still have a patch on? I don't know, because I ain't running shit. Every one of them dudes should have been thrown the fuck out.
Exactly, but it's taken a turn for the worst, and Pee Wee talks about it, and that's the big point of everything.
Yeah. Where's it at? It's the dollar bill, bro. Somebody's willing to let everybody lose their businesses, their families, their freedom. And when
you're done, there's 10 more ready to go.
Who has the cut on, bro?
Yep.
They don't care who has. If the check is in the mail, y'all figure it out. Y'all deal with it. All they hope is that you're growing the culture so they can cash a bigger check. It is. If you want brotherhood,
just
go to
like
church,
Bree
bro.
said, once one goes down, there's other people.
I do go to church every Sunday, and
No, I'm not talking to you specifically.
No, I know.
General.
I just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah.
I'm a little goody two shoes, like a fucking raccoon, until I get backed into a corner. Then I'm gonna have to kill some stuff. But yeah, dude, I think it's a gang. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna be on here and not lie about it. It's a gang. It's 110% a gang. They used to write back in the day, gang at the end of their little poems and stuff like that. So it is what it is. I caught the gang enhancement. Everybody that goes to court, I was a prospect and got gang enhancement. So it's already gone that way. They're calling them a gang everywhere you look at it. And play stupid games, win stupid prizes. They told me when I walked in, you might get arrested. You might do life. Someone might try to kill you. You might have to try to kill somebody. Like, are you good with all that? And you're just, at that point, you're going, yeah, whatever you say, dude.
But was you?
Was I what? About that life?
And ready for all that?
When I said yes, I was, and when I said no, I wasn't anymore.
Exactly.
So I don't want to live like that. I don't glorify it. I'll talk to anybody who wants to talk to me before they head down a worse road in life. And I try to be a father. I go to church on Sundays. I try to be a father, and that's it. I just try to be a good person now. And I'm really appreciative of Pee Wee for starting the thing he did, where all of us have been able to come together from all different colors and whatever you want to call it. And we're all a brotherhood, and we have fun with each other every day. And he gave us a chance to get that back, because when he offered me to go on there, I said, I don't trust people anymore. And he's like, I understand. And slowly I've met these guys, and it's a really cool chance back at having a little Facebook group.
It don't cost you no dues. You don't have no added beef. Just because Todd started shit with
and
somebody
listen,
in
I
Florida,
won't join it. I won't join the group.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
won't join the
Don't
group
mean
because
you're
I
gonna get
wasn't
fucking
in a
somebody
club.
calling you fucking with you, you know.
Well, you better join a club and get kicked out real quick so you can get in the group.
But listen, I wasn't in a club, so I'm not going to.
Hold on, we're gonna make you a 8-1 pagan prospect combo burrito right now.
Let's go.
And kick you back out.
Yeah.
Yo,
I know.
I'm featured in this new book that's coming out called Prison Politics 101. I'll leave a link for this book in the comments section. It's dropping, I think, this week. And your boy Bill Staxx is in this book. My picture and everything.
Your mugshot or your picture?
No, it's my picture, not my mugshot. My picture. No, I'm really in there giving advice on what not to do, what to do when you go to prison. It's called Prison Politics 101.
And you guys got some stuff cooking beyond the books too, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Big things.
Yeah, we Bill and I both got Vice TV coming up. We both did filming for them on a new Gangland show that's coming out. That'll be out, I think, in the spring.
What's it called?
Gangland.
Oh wait, is it supposed to be Clubland?
Something like that, yeah.
I'm calling it a gang.
Yeah.
Why would they want Bill Staxx on there? Because I'm an expert. Because I'm an MC Club expert.
Everything we say on here is just made up, right? Don't get mad at us for calling it how it is, guys.
Yeah.
Right.
Who are watching it with their little
real, man.
sour face. It's just for entertainment purposes.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys coming on, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, anytime.
What? That's it? You guys are wrapping it up?
Yeah,
How many viewers are there, Staxx?
40 minutes, 173.
They're still watching. Let's do. Can you see them on here? What do they want to know from someone who's on the screen?
Yeah,
give them a shout out to the.
Put your
let's give
questions in the chat.
Let's give them a shout out to the interviews. I got to get off. And,
go check out interviews. I'll put a link in the description of his show too.
Yeah. Link us all up.
I'm going in for tattoo removal on Wednesday, dude. The link's in my Facebook. Donate to some gas money to get my pretty face back.
Are you getting it all taken off? The whole face?
I'm going to try to get my hands and my face. And if all that goes good, I'll probably get my neck.
How much is that for?
It's actually free to go, but the place is like an hour away, so it cost me like $60 to go each time. And
they do it for free.
Yeah, it's like it's like one of those things where ex-gang members can get tattoo removal.
Wow.
For free, but it's just the gas money, I gotta drive an hour there and back. So it costs a little bit. And then they do it for free. But I'm thinking to get it all done, it takes like 5 times per tattoo, I feel like. So all this is gonna take me probably 20 times or more.
They're telling you they could make it completely go away, huh?
Well, here's my idea is if they get it close enough, then you go to like some badass tattoo artist and have them shade it the color of your skin over it. Maybe, right?
I mean, what about when you tan and you know what I mean? Like
tanning. I do get tans.
Like
I do get tans here and there.
Tan or
I don't know. I'm just hoping. I know it's going to look really bad for probably the next year and a half until it's gone.
Nothing that a bottle of gas and a lighter won't fix.
That's right. Chainsaw. Yeah, I think I seen an old one today where they took like a razor and they circle the tattoo and then they like pressed down on it and ran a fine razor over that and it like shaved your skin off until you were happy with it. And that was like Sailor Jerry.
I actually seen a steam. Yeah, I've seen a steam iron remove some tattoos once.
Yeah, I burned one off with a hot butter knife one time to see if it would work, and it was just excruciating.
I tried to cut one
That's a
off
big
with a razor
stab.
blade. I tried to do one with a razor blade once.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it didn't work too good.
Did you almost pass out?
Yeah, it was bad.
Hey, popcorn does that stuff. What's that called? He carves what?
Scarification.
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 Yeah,
He
I'll
did.
take a
Oh,
scalpel
I
and
would be.
remove your
I'd be
flesh.
throwing up. I'd be throwing
I
up on him.
actually, I have 2 scarification tattoos.
You do?
I got
Yep.
video of
Yep.
it. I can send it
Yeah.
to you, Bill.
What do you do? Like Yellowstone, a brand?
Oh, I'm getting.
No, I literally take a scalpel and skin you like a fish.
He sticks
Really?
it in deep enough and carves the design and then peels it out. I'm gonna throw up.
What?
It was badass. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Badass.
God,
And
Oh, I could never.
I do
You guys got me
branding.
beat on that.
probably
I
Yo,
could burn
you seen
as
the
well.
cold? Did you ever see the cold tattoos?
branding?
cold. Yeah.
Cold branding. Yeah.
So the only time I've ever seen that is when they could put basically like a tattoo on your dog, but it's a cold brand, and what happens is the hair falls out and grows back white without pigment. So they're
Oh,
staring
wow.
at like a black spot on a dog.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
who run hounds and stuff like that, that's what they'll do. They'll put their initials on their
Yeah.
dog's ear.
What
and
about the
it'll come back
eyeball
with white
injections?
fur.
I've done blacklight tattoos, Mandy. Damn it, Mandy. I've got a couple of them.
Have
I'm
you
gonna
seen
get
the
back.
eyeball injections?
Yeah, but
That's what
my
I'm
boy
trying to
Rick
get.
got it. My boy Rick, the bank robber Rick, has it.
Oh
I
yeah,
need
that
that.
guy was
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
That guy was straight out of your nightmares, dude.
Cool as hell, man. Rick's a cool guy.
He is cool. He seemed really cool, but he looks terrifying.
Yeah, people
I'll give him that.
yeah, Rick. Here, I'll show you guys a picture of Rick.
Like
And make sure you go get Prison Politics. It drops tomorrow. Prison Politics 101. Here's Rick.
and subscribe.
Yeah.
My boy Rick. Shout out to
Homeboy.
Rick.
He's a vampire.
Yo, he did that in prison. The white of his
Giant
eye.
swaz on his forehead.
I'm gonna have
He
to
did
get
it-
off,
he
man.
did it
It was a
with a
good
binky.
time.
All right.
I got a tattoo appointment showing up, man.
See you
All right,
later, dog.
Yeah,
I'll
getting
talk to you
back in
soon,
the-
popcorn.
Yep.
I'm getting back into tattoos. So if anyone needs a tattoo, reach out. Gotcha.
Platinum
Nice.
Rose tattoo. Let's go.
Thanks,
All right.
man.
Interviews.
Later.
Check out
Go
our
check
dog's
out
popcorn.
interviews.
Hey, they need
Yeah,
a bigger table to sit at. So everybody
Yeah.
needs to like and subscribe and blow them up.
Definitely. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on, man. I got a bunch of work to
Yeah.
do. I'll give you guys a call.
Free
All right. All right.
Free
Hit the
sport
like
admin.
Subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. If you don't like this show, too fucking bad. Start your own podcast.
That's right.
And
Peace.
remember, don't be a bitch.
Yep.